What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So before I jump into this video, I would hope you'd be able to tell by the title, but I'm just going to give a little trigger warning anyway. In this video, we are going to be talking about food, we are going to be talking about weight loss, we are going to be talking about calories, we are going to be talking about calorie deficit, we are going to be talking about summer pending and wanting to get a little bit healthier, like all of that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about it in a negative way. It could be negative to someone else. So if you think in any way that this video is going to trigger anything for you, I don't recommend you watching it. But if you've clicked on the title, I'm hoping that it is safe for you to watch this and you are interested in what we are about to talk about. So yes, as you can tell by the title, I've never actually done a video like this before, but as of recent and me finding a routine that I'm really enjoying and seeing results from it, and also because last week with me moving into my new flat, which by the way, thank you guys so much for the love on that video. I am so glad that you love it just as much as me. But because of all the moving, I kind of fell off my really good track that I was on, which is fine. I didn't completely fall off, and even if I did, that doesn't matter, nothing to feel guilty about. And also with the recent announcement of, you know, the lockdown was being lifted in the future and we actually have like an end date in sight, I thought this would be a really fun video to do to get myself motivated again and maybe help motivate you guys, because whenever I post about food, you guys seem to be really interested in my recipes, the menus, what I'm doing. And I don't know about anyone else, but I love the when people do their TikToks of like what they eat in a day when they're on a calorie deficit type thing, and I love getting meal ideas. So I hope this inspires or motivates you guys, gives you some new ideas for food. Obviously, what my calorie deficit is going to be totally tailored to me and is not applicable to every single person watching this. I mean, you could probably work it out for yourself, but mine was worked out for me by my PT that I had before lockdown. It's all kind of calculated by your weight, your height, the weight that you want to lose, and then the time that you want to do it in type thing. So there's so many personal factors that come into play. So don't think that you need to like replicate everything that I'm eating, because it might not have the same results for you that it's having for me type thing. I hope that all made sense, but essentially I'm just gonna be showing you what I eat in a day. Don't always eat like this, but I do, and I am really trying my best, because I feel like when you start to see results, it keeps you like motivated even more. So I want to get back into that. So yeah, if you're liking the sound of this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. And yeah, first things first, we've obviously got to start off with the first meal of the day, which is breakfast. So I tend to split my breakfast up into two parts. The first part is just coffee, but then I like to have a coffee and then I try to do the exercise that I want to do for that day after the coffee, and then I'll have like my bigger breakfast, if that makes sense. It's just what works for me. I like to get my workouts done in the morning. It just puts me in a good mood for the day, gets my endorphins up. I just feel like I've been productive, which I really like to feel. It makes me feel good on the inside, and I actually look forward to my workouts, and I think that's a very important thing to remember. If you're trying to get into a routine of things, they have to be things that you enjoy, especially when it comes to food as well, which again is why I thought I'd share some meal ideas with you, because they don't have to be just like really boring and dull meals that you might think that you need to eat to be able to, you know, lose weight. So again, another reason why I thought this video might be fun and exciting. And then you guys can also share your meal ideas in the comment section down below. So yeah, the first thing I like to do is my coffee. So let me show you kind of what I've been doing as of recent. So I tend to have more of an iced coffee these days, and in my fridge I keep this big pitcher of Dunkin Donuts cold brew. So if you don't know what cold brew is, it's essentially made from it's almost like tea bag vibes, but it's filled with ground coffee, and essentially this is what I use. I got it from Amazon. And essentially you just put the 2 big packets of this in, I think it's the 2 sachets, like the 2 big coffee sachets, into 4 cups of cold water. You leave it in the fridge for 8 to 12 hours, and then you remove and discard the packets of coffee that are in there, and then you add an additional 3 cups of water, or just however, you don't have to add 3 if you want it to be really, really strong. I added about 1.5 extra cups of water because I do want it to be quite strong, and especially because I'm going to be putting it in a tumbler like this, I do fill it up a lot with milk. So I want the effects of the strong coffee, but I don't want the overwhelming strong taste of coffee, if that makes sense. Also, I feel like now I've just shown that, I'm gonna get a lot of questions about these cups. So obviously they are Starbucks cups, but I actually got mine from an Instagram boutique called Ice Maiden. I will leave her out on the screen because I know that these are like gold dust at the moment. So she actually purchases the Starbucks cups and actually offers a personalization service if you want it, but I just said, can I just have a cup? And she was like, sure. Because I didn't need or like want the personalization, but how good of a gift idea would that be? Like one of these Starbucks cups with like your name on it or something. So anyway, if you're wanting to get one of these cups, that is the brand that I've got them from. And I left her out on the screen so you can go and check her out. But what I love about these cups, not just for the like aesthetic reasons, because I actually have like these as well, which I got from Amazon. Just search in plastic tumbler with straw. It does come with a straw, it's over there. But what I love about these is, especially when it comes to drinking water, it makes me want to drink it, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's just my simple brain thinking that putting it in a cup like this makes it fun. But I know we should be drinking a lot of water, but the thought of just like, I don't know, just going to refill a cup with water, I don't know, especially because water isn't like the most exciting drink anyway. I need to be motivated to drink it. So I actually recommend getting like a fun cup like this, or like a funky water bottle that you're like excited to fill up type thing if you're wanting to drink a lot of water and just really finding it hard to be motivated to do that. I really recommend these cups, and plus they're really sustainable as well in the sense of you can obviously put anything in it, coffee, water, and you can take them with you to like drive through coffee places so you can reduce their plastic and just keep using this. You can pop them in the wash. I just think that they're really great. Anyway, as for the coffee, so what I like to do, oh, I feel like I'll probably get questions about this as well. This is just like a little juice dispenser, glass juice dispenser. Again, I think I got this maybe from Sainsbury's, really cheap, like 8 quid. But what I like to do is just open it up, fill it up with how much? I'm gonna go ahead and say about that much, and then depending on what I plan my workout to be after this, so I kind of tend to structure it on a Monday. I like to go like outside and go for a walk and a run. I kind of switch up between because I can't run longer than like 1 minute without needing to stop. So I like to do that kind of cardio on a Monday. On a Tuesday, which is today, I'll probably do like a Chloe Ting workout. I actually really enjoy the Chloe Ting workouts. They're actually quite short. They're only like 10 minutes. And when I put that into perspective of like, it's just 10 minutes out of my day, and I'm really like setting myself up for the day. So today I'm probably gonna do a Chloe Ting workout, which is probably a little less, it depends on obviously which one that you do, but it's a little less intense, say, than the cardio and the running that I'm doing on a Monday. And then on Wednesday I might do some weighted stuff and then kind of repeat the cycle again. So today, because I'm not doing anything too intensive, I'm just gonna mix my coffee with coconut milk. So this just adds, number one, a little bit of like creaminess to it. It also has like a lot of calcium, and it has that natural sweetness to it, which I really enjoy when it comes to coffee. So I'm gonna go ahead and add coconut milk. That's probably like, if the coffee was there, probably about like 200 milliliters. Then I'm just gonna go and grab some ice. But what I was trying to say is, if I'm doing something that's quite high intensity in terms of the workouts, I really love these. And these are just it's like a protein breakfast milk drink, and I get them in the flavor vanilla. Add these to your coffee, and you may not even need the like second breakfast, because these are obviously meant to be like a meal replacement. They're meant to be really filling for you. So if you're doing something that's quite high intensity, or maybe you have like a filling breakfast, then you do your workout, but you need to kind of replenish that muscle with a bit of protein, I feel like these are really good in coffee. I don't know, like they just add that, like, it makes me feel like I'm having a vanilla latte vibes, but without all the sugar. I don't know, again, please, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just saying things that I like, that have worked for me, and that you guys might enjoy as well. So obviously I'm gonna start off with my coffee, and I don't think I've even mentioned this yet. So my calorie deficit for each day is around 1,525, which again, I told you was worked out for me by a professional. I like to put that into the MyFitnessPal app, and then I like to add in my foods throughout the day, and it just kind of keeps me on track, and I actually really enjoy it. I know I said to you guys before, I was really struggling to get into this app. Finally, I'm into it and I'm enjoying it, and I think you just have to be persistent and consistent with it. So yeah, my cold brew coffee is literally, this is kind of why I love the cold brew coffee. It's 5 calories. It's so low, and then I add my coconut milk, and I love this because you can scan the barcodes of anything that you're eating, so it's just super easy and actually kind of fun, and I kind of look forward to just like keeping on track of like what I'm doing. So then I've got my coconut milk as well, which is, I've put 200 milliliters in, which is 40 calories. So again, a really like low calorie start to the day, but I really enjoy it. So again, keeping the calories down, but it's so, I feel like I want to add my ice, but I'm just gonna give it a little taste test. Yeah, I love the like natural sweetness of the coconut milk. And then we've got the coffee in there, which coffee is coffee at the end of the day. But if you guys like your coffee, but you want to add like syrup, like you like a sweet coffee, let's say, these brands, I don't know if you guys have tried them, but obviously we have the Skinny Food Co, which is all meant to be like 0 calorie syrups, sauces, etc, etc. I've seen mixed reviews about it, but the ones that I've tried I actually really like. For example, I got this barista vanilla creamer. I tend to use that if I'm just having regular milk. I feel like vanilla with, again, something that's already vanilla or coconut is just a little bit too sweet for me. But again, if you guys want that sweet coffee, I'm just gonna give you some options. And then this is a brand that I found in TK Maxx. It's called Jordan's Skinny Syrups. I feel like I'm sure you could find these on Amazon or online somewhere. And annoyingly, this one was limited edition, but this is a white chocolate mocha skinny syrup. So when I saw that on the shelf, you guys know me, I love my white chocolate mochas from Starbucks. I was like, yes, I need this. So I can have my low-key, like, guilt-free white chocolate mochas at home. I am really trying to talk about this in the most positive way because I'm not seeing any of this as negative, and I don't want anyone to feel the pressure to do exactly the same thing as what I'm doing. I'm really trying to give like options, but obviously if you're watching this video, I probably would have thought you're in the same boat as me and you want to be a little bit healthier and you love finding healthier alternatives to things. So these are just ones that I've tried that I really, really like. But yeah, I'm gonna have my coffee, have a little sit down, get my work done out of the way. I'm also gonna do my Chloe Ting workout. I'm not gonna include the workout in the sense of me doing it because I'm just not comfortable enough yet for my sweaty body to be to be on YouTube. And when I work out, I just want to look as ugly as possible. But I mean, I'll show you what I look like afterwards, and it'll motivate me to actually do it because I'll be wanting to film it afterwards. But I'll show you the actual workout that I'm doing. And again, on the MyFitnessPal app, you can put your workouts in. So once you've already programmed it in and then it's a regular thing that you're doing, makes it so much easier to add. But yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy me coffee and then get me workout done, which I'll show you, and then we can move on to breakfast, which I'm already really excited about. Okay, workout attire is on, but I think I'm gonna go a slightly different route with my workout. I'm still gonna show you the Chloe Ting workouts that I love, because if you're like me, if you wanna do a workout, like a HIIT workout, because I feel like they're definitely the most effective if you're trying to burn fat. These, I really love these just because they're so short, they're not scary, like it's not like 30 minutes of HIIT, because that to me is just, the time on that just puts me off. Hers are like 10 minutes and I love them, so I'll show you, but I think I'm just gonna go on Pinterest and I've just searched kind of like a HIIT cardio workout type thing. Love them because I'm gonna do mine outside. Yay, perks of the outside space, and also hence why I look like this. I've got my hoodie on because it's a little bit chilly, and so my laptop doesn't always work outside in terms of the Wi-Fi and stuff, and I probably might not even be able to hear what she's even saying in that video. So I thought maybe I'll do like some sprints up and down and add kind of one of these in, and that's gonna be my workout. But again, I kind of enjoy doing that kind of stuff, and I enjoy the Chloe Ting. So which one should I go for? I mean, these kind of look doable. I literally just went on Pinterest and searched like something like this that says like jumping jacks, squats, wall sit, lunges, plank, mountain climbers, and it gives me like a little bit of times, and it's only like, again, a 10-minute workout. So I'm gonna pick one of them and maybe incorporate some running into it. But the Chloe Ting workout that I really love to do is this one. like do this every day to lose weight. It's literally only 12 minutes, something like that. And there's music in it. She's so motivating. So I'm sure you guys have heard of Chloe Ting. She literally blew up at the beginning of last lockdown because yeah, I find her workouts really fun. So if you guys are looking for workouts to do at home, they're really great if you've got some outside space as well. She gives you low impact versions because sometimes the high impact, especially if you're like me, I just, like my boobs, if I'm not wearing the right sports bra, just like can't do it. So she always offers you a low impact version of that workout, which I think is amazing. So yeah, definitely check her out. Yeah, now I'm gonna do my little workout outside. So this is me before and this is me afterwards. Oh my God. Also, by the way, these are the best things ever, especially if you do things on the ground like burpees and stuff and you're not on like the best of surfaces. They're from Lululemon. I'm sure I got these as a gift because I think anything from Lululemon's a little bit overpriced. So these are just like nice ones, but I'm sure you can get them anywhere. They're just like protective gloves, but my fingers are still out so I can still have little intervals on my phone. That was a good little workout. I did like 100 like laps or like lengths of my balcony, and my balcony is quite long, so I feel like that was quite like a long distance. So and then I did like 5 minutes of jump rope. So I feel like all in all 20 minutes of cardio. Oh my God. Wow, literally, and this is why. I didn't film that, but 20 minutes of cardio, and I did some like squats, jumping jacks, like weighted stuff as well. So I'm gonna go into my fitness pal and log that. I think I'm just gonna put that as like, I ran for 20 minutes. So that's, because I feel like this is quite like rough. This says 294 calories. So I'm gonna leave it as that, even though I know I did a few little extra things. I feel like this might like overdo the calories anyway, so I'd rather not think I burnt more than I did. I don't know if that's like a good way of looking at it, but you know what I'm trying to say, like that's like enough. So I can now, it's lunchtime now, but I haven't had my breakfast, so I feel like I'm gonna go for brunch vibes. I just need like a moment. I can't just like jump straight in the shower. I feel like I'll just be a little bit too hot. So let's make some food. Okay, so because it is brunch vibes, I'm gonna go for some avocado and tomatoes on bagels. I love these. I feel like this is such a cliche thing. If there wasn't avocado on something, would this really be a what I eat in a day video? But I had 2 avocados that I needed to finish up, and I had smoked salmon on a bagel yesterday. And I probably would have had that today, but I kind of want to mix it up. And like I said, I had tomatoes and avocados to eat. So these are the bagels that I love. They're called the protein bagels. So they're a little bit thin. They've got seeds all over them. Me and bread, like if I could eat bread for the rest of my life, like just bread, then I would. But I understand that that's not the best if you are trying to keep within a calorie deficit. So I still want to satisfy my like bread cravings. And these I just find do that for me. Just grab that out the toaster. So I like to lightly toast me bagel. And then I've got an avocado in here. And to season it, I'm gonna add some lemon juice. And also this, I love this. This is, I'm not really sure where I got this from. I feel like maybe I just got this from like Sainsbury's or Tesco's, but it's roasted garlic, pepper, salt, and onion all in one. So I'm just gonna give this a few turns like that, and then we can mush that all up. I really just love garlicky avocado. I could eat garlic with everything. I feel like I should have got a fork for this. So we mush it all up so it looks like that. Also, can't forget to add a few little chili flakes in there for a little extra spice. So I'm just gonna pop that on me bagel. Might have made a little bit too much because I did use a whole avocado. It's one of those things. Some avocados are like, they're too big. Half an avocado isn't enough, but then a whole avocado is like a little bit too much avocado. I'm really not trying to make this look good, like, or aesthetically pleasing, because realistically, that's not the way that I do it. Anyway, now I'm just gonna add some, oh, I'm gonna throw the tomatoes all over the kitchen counter. Really great, like I said. Really not trying to make this look good. A simple brunch vibe. Honestly, at this point, I just wanna eat. I'm hungry after that workout, so I'm not really trying to make this avocado toast look aesthetically pleasing at all. But where is my phone? Oh, it's here. I'm just gonna log it in. I feel like I'm gonna put this under breakfast still, because it still kind of is. And the good thing is, if you've eaten things recently, they do come up on your like recent food, so again it makes things so much quicker. Awesome, so that's all in total. If you guys are interested, one of the bagel thins is 160 calories, one avocado is 240 calories, and a tomato is 25 calories. So all in all, that's 425 calorie breakfast. So yeah, time to enjoy this, and I'll be back a little bit later. Might be some snacks, might be some lunch, but I definitely need to have a shower and sort myself out, that's for sure. And just in case anyone was wondering, chef's kiss, so good. I know it's boring, but that seasoning, bomb. Again, like I said, with like trying to make sure you get your water in, I love these water bottles. They're just so easy to drink out of, low-key kind of fun. My name's on it. I feel like I'm on Love Island. Like, what more could you want to get your water in? Right, so it's been a little while, probably maybe like 45 minutes, because I have watched or managed to watch an episode of Broadchurch, which I've been loving. I love David Tennant, and oh, hello me at the back. Look at me holding up my tripod while I'm doing this. I love David Tennant. Sorry, I'm trying to talk quickly because I just put the kettle on because I need a cup of tea. After I eat like something like that, just need a cup of tea, darling. When the weather's like this, I just can't stop having tea. So we're gonna have a cup of tea and a little snack. I'm such a snacker, so finding good, kind of like craving, satisfying snacks is essential. Name a better duo, I will weigh apple boats and peanut butter. I love that. I try not to have too much peanut butter, so I kind of like to give myself the amount and just make it work with this apple. I call these, like when you chop an apple into segments, I've always known it as just apple boats. Does anyone else call it apple boats? Maybe it's a family thing. I don't know, like my whole family, we've always just called it apple boats. So I'm literally gonna chop up a green apple, have some peanut butter and a cup of tea, and finish this episode of Broadchurch. I'm having a very chill day today. I did a lot of my work yesterday, and I thought if I'm filming this video today, look, I've even got a hair mask in. Like, I'm just trying to unwind a little bit. So yeah, cup of tea, nothing special there. Literally, what we're gonna go for today, ladies and gents, I think it's gonna be a tetley. I just have normal milk in my tea. I've tried like to have soy milk and oat milk. Oat milk's okay, but I don't know. I coconut milk in my coffee, but just regular milk in my tea. Yeah, regular green apple and some peanut butter. I feel like that's literally one of my favorite snacks. I feel like that looks like a lot of peanut butter, but it was literally just a tablespoon, but I feel like it's just very smooth and runny, so it just kind of spread out. But have you ever seen such a beautiful sight? Also, when it comes to my tea, I don't have sugar in it. I never have. The first cup of tea I ever had was from my granny, and she doesn't have sugar in it, so therefore I didn't have any sugar in it. So I've just never had any sugar in it since. So I'm sorry, I can't offer sort of like a healthy alternative to sugar, because I literally have no idea if you have sugar in your tea. And also, some of you guys may know, I'm actually allergic to nuts, except peanuts. Like, I can eat them, and I don't know what I would have done if I couldn't eat peanut butter, because I'm literally obsessed with it. This is one of my favorite snacks, and it also satisfies a savory and a sweet craving, like sweet from the apple, savory from the peanut butter, and the tea obviously warms me up and keeps me nice and full. Bone up the tooth. Look what's just arrived, interrupting today's programming. Some flowers from my best friend, my peach. Happy new home. Hope these flowers bring you some sunshine and happiness, just like you bring to my life. Miss you more than words. Lucy, oh my god, these are like such a like positive, happy vibes bunch of flowers. They're so Lucy. Like, I feel like yellow is just her color. That's really just made my day on this gloomy day, as you can see outside. Honestly, just struggling to find the motivation today, like to do anything. Luckily, I got a lot of my work done yesterday, so like, there's nothing worse, you know, when you just feel like you've not done anything and then you feel bad about it. Like, luckily it's not too much of a problem, but it's just one of those days, you know, I feel like we're all going through that at the moment. But filming this video is keeping me motivated in terms of the food. Annoyingly, because I started my day late, all of my meals have kind of been a bit later, so because I had that avocado bagel quite late. So now I'm not too hungry to have like a meal for lunch, and then I'm gonna have dinner in like a couple of hours. I like to eat my dinner quite early, not for any of the reasons where people say like, if you eat dinner at late, it makes you gain weight. Like, I just struggle to sleep as it is. I've said it hundreds of times, and I feel if I go to bed feeling really full, again, I don't sleep very well. So I try and have my dinner at around like 7 p.m. And because that's in an hour and a half, I'm feeling like I don't need a lunch type vibe. So what I am gonna do is have another snack. So for this afternoon's snack, Rachel has prepared one wholemeal pita cut up into fingers. We've got a mini pot of hummus with a tiny bit of Nando's drizzle sauce, and 2 slices of watermelon. I fancied something kind of like warm because it's just a cold and miserable day. I wanted something warm, so I put some warm pita. These hummus snack pots are so good, especially if you live alone, because for some reason I never seem to get through like a whole tub of hummus like on my own, and once you've opened it, it goes off a little bit quicker. So these obviously stay sealed, and they're just mini pots, so it moderates your portion as well. And I was kind of craving something fresh and fruity, so I've added this into my FitnessPal app, and that leaves me 729 calories for my dinner, which is perfect because I kind of want something a little bit bigger later. And we'll see, I might be able to have a glass of wine with that, but I'm trying to reduce drinking anyway. Just, you know, during the week, don't need it. We'll see, because today's been just one of those days, but can't wait to tuck into this. Oh yeah, you know when you get a good bit of watermelon, that is that. Snack may be finished, but endless Broadchurch episodes have not. Okay, we are back in the kitchen. It's now actually 8 o'clock, which is a little bit later than I think I initially said, but wasn't too hungry, but I'm definitely hungry now, and this is still within like the times that I like to eat. So for dinner, this may sound quite boring, but trust, the way I do these things is just chef's kiss. So what we're gonna be having are some chicken breast mini fillets. We're gonna be having a broccoli florets, and I'm not kidding, I love broccoli, I love it, but the way that I do it, like I love to roast broccoli, so it's got that slight crispiness to it, and I'm gonna show you how I also season it. And also we're gonna be cooking some new potatoes, but we're not just gonna boil them or anything like that, we're gonna make them crispy and delicious. New potatoes are actually quite low in calories. They're slightly higher in the carb section, but luckily in my FitnessPal, there's a way to sort of track the carbs, and if I go over my carbs, it will let me know. I'm still within my daily carb intake with these, and I love the way I do them. It makes me feel like I'm kind of eating like roast potato type vibes, but slightly better. And in terms of the seasoning, I'll go through the seasoning as we do it. I kind of use the same sort of stuff for each thing. But first things first, I'm gonna boil these potatoes. I don't want them to go into like mashed potato. I just want them to be soft enough that I can squish. So you'll see why in a second. So I've literally just popped the potatoes in to boil. I'm gonna leave them to sort of boil / soften for about 10 minutes. So while that's happening, I'm gonna season my chicken, and I'm gonna leave that in its seasoning for 10 minutes. So it's got time to like soak in and marinate. So like I said, I'm using chicken breast. I'm not a fan of leg meat or anything like that. I don't know, I just don't really like the dark colors. So I'm just gonna season the chicken like in its packet. I can't be asked to get like another bowl out or anything like that. So to season the chicken, I'm gonna squirt some fry light kind of all over it, like so, just so it's kind of got like a little adhesive. I'm also gonna add some of this Schwartz chicken seasoning. It's like onion and paprika-y, so it's gonna add a little bit of spice. I'm just gonna get some tongs to kind of mix this around I think I'm just gonna add, because I mean they're kind of quite nicely coated. That chicken seasoning from Schwartz is so yummy. It's like the perfect amount of spice. But I just kind of want them, you know, to be a nice golden orangey color, because then I know that they're all completely covered in seasoning. Nothing worse than bland chicken, but I am just gonna add a wee bit of my trusty Nando's marinade. I like the garlic one because it's medium, so it is slightly spicier. And I have garlic to everything because garlic makes everything better. So again, just gonna coat this all together. God, it smells so good already. So now I'm just gonna pop that back in the fridge and just kind of leave it so that meat can just soak up the seasoning a little bit. We're getting there. Right, so my potatoes are at the consistency I want them to be. They're not too soft and squishy, so I'm gonna put them on a baking tray like this, and then you just want something like flat, because what we're gonna do is, come on, or maybe they needed to be a bit softer. We basically just wanna squish them a little bit. Oh, there we go. Like so. Ah, 3. So we've got like 3, see, when you squish them down like that, they do get a little bit bigger, so 3 is definitely plenty. And then once again, I'm gonna use the fry light on them. gonna help make them crispy. I'm gonna add some garlic powder, obviously. Just a little sprinkle on each. I'm also gonna add some of that paprika chicken seasoning that went on the chicken, because this stuff is so good for just like general seasoning. It's so good. And then move this across slightly because we are gonna put the broccoli on this tray as well. Just gonna add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. So they look like this. I'm now just gonna pop them in the oven for about 20 minutes. So while the potatoes are in the oven, I'm gonna season the broccoli before we start cooking the chicken. So essentially, this is gonna be pretty much exactly the same that we just did with the potatoes. We're just gonna spritz them with the fry light. We're gonna add some of the garlic powder. Literally, I do the same kind of seasoning on all of it, but trust, it just makes things so yummy. But this time I'm just gonna add paprika on its own, just a little bit to add a wee bit of spice, a little bit of salt, and then I'm just gonna use my hand to toss this all around the grease-proof paper, just to make sure it's kind of all covered evenly. So it should look like that, and I'm gonna leave it on this greaseproof paper because I literally wanna pop this on the existing baking tray when there's about 8 or so minutes left. But we are gonna start cooking the chicken in a minute, so I just wanted this to be all done so I can just pop that out the way and focus on the chicken. So now we're just gonna griddle cook the chicken. My griddle pan is literally like my favorite thing ever. I actually got this one from Tesco's, but yeah, we're just gonna cook the chicken. Looking nice and brown. Annoyingly, I've had to put the fan on, so I'm just gonna talk a little bit louder. But while the chicken is cooking away, you can see there's only like sort of 7 minutes left. So I'm just gonna take the potatoes out real quick. They're looking so good. And I'm just gonna, first of all, pop the broccoli on the same baking tray. I'm also just gonna add one more little spritz on top of the potatoes. And I forgot to add parsley to them. So I'm just gonna give a little sprinkle, parsley on them as well. And now we can just pop them back in the oven for the remaining time. It should be good. So basically we're nearly done, so I will show you the finished result. So this is the finished result, and I don't know about you, but like this actually looks so yummy. I can be quite plain Jane when it comes to my food sometimes, but like the potatoes, the roasted veg, and the chicken, I did give myself a little squirt of the Hellmann's light mayonnaise. I think this was actually 13, like that size itself is 13 calories. Yeah, with all my dinner added in, we have 479 calories remaining for the day. I think I'm gonna save it for something sweet afterwards. But yeah, this is my dinner. Dinner is done now, and that was actually so delicious. It kind of reminded me of food that I have when I'm abroad, like spiced potatoes and seasoned chicken and roasted veg, all of that kind of stuff. It really tasted like what I used to have for, like my mum used to cook when we were in Portugal. I don't know, that was quite a nostalgic meal. Anyway, because I had some calories left for the day, I am gonna have this for pudding. It is the Dunkin vanilla yogurt, so good. I've also put about 30 grams of dark chocolate chips in there, and I've just cut up about 3 strawberries, and this is literally about to be like a bowl of vanilla-y, chocolatey strawberry heaven. So you can see I have about 268 calories remaining, but because I didn't really add seasoning onto this or anything like that, I feel like I've kept pretty much bang on track for today, because I'm sure I probably did maybe use all that up, I'm not sure, but just in case anyway. I'm just gonna tuck in to my pudding now and continue watching Broadchurch. I've literally been watching this all day, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, a little bit of a different video for me. I've never done this before. And as I said at the very, very beginning, I am in no way a nutritionist. I am in no way telling you like this is what to eat. I'm sure I'll get people in the comments telling me like I'm somehow doing it wrong or something like that. I do want this to be a relatively positive video. If you do have you know, criticism to me. Let's try and make it constructive. But so far I've been doing meals like this and it's been really working for me. So I hope I gave you guys maybe some inspo, even though they were kind of boring. Some inspo for some meals. I'm always going to continue to post them on my Instagram as well. So make sure you guys are following me on there. I know the thought of a calorie deficit sounds really confusing and complicated, but I find that MyFitnessPal app makes it so much easier to stay on track. It's not like a scary, like, pressuring app or anything like that. And you can definitely still have meals that you love and enjoy. It's just obviously all in moderation. Like, all of the meals that I ate today, I love so much and I didn't feel like I was depriving myself or anything. And I feel like that's the kind of healthy, positive way to go into something like this and the outlook to have. So, like I said, I'm gonna tuck into my pudding. Let me know if you want me to do more of these kind of videos in the future and obviously mix it up with the meals. But make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.